Snakes. My name is Dante. I know it's a bit late, but yeah, today it's not Tuesday. It's actually podcast Wednesday for the first time. Well, yeah, the thing is that yesterday I tried a lot to do a podcast, but the thing is that Wi-Fi wasn't working very well, so how about if we do it on a Wednesday instead? Yeah, because I'm in Japan since the hotel Wi-Fi might not be that good quality and lots of errors and stuff, but yeah. So now we're there in the podcast, yeah. And it's a 20 coolest spoilers in War of the Spark, yeah. Rares and mythics, and yeah, I'm still in Japan. Just 2 more days till Magic Fest, yeah. So let's start off with the Awakening of Vitu-Ghazi. 5 mana instant, yeah. Put 9+1/+1 counters on target land you control. It becomes a legendary 0/0 elemental with haste named Vitu-Ghazi. It's still a land. Look at this. 5 mana instant. 9+1/+1 counters on a land you have, yeah. Then it becomes Vitu-Ghazi. It gains haste. So good. Like, no one expects it. Like how you do it is, like, if you want to defend with the Vitu-Ghazi, then what you have to do is that you have to have 6 lands untapped. Then, when the opponent attacks you with, say, for example, an 8/8, you actually, Awakening of Vitu-Ghazi, one of your lands, so it turns into a 9/9 Vitu-Ghazi land. Then it blocks, and you smash that creature, and the opponent goes like, what? Yeah. That's right. Very powerful. And not just that, it's an instant, so no one expected. Like, there's so many, like, unique spells in this set, like Awakening of Vitu-Ghazi, the Elder spell, but they're not legendary. Why? Like, why aren't they legendary? Like, the Elder spell should be a legendary sorcery when it's not a legendary sorcery, which is kind of weird. Yeah, and also, like, what you could do is, like, if you want to attack with the 9/9 Vitu-Ghazi, then just have 6 lands untapped, and in your turn, you just do the Awakening and attack them for 9. Then you go like, whoa! That was unexpected. But, not just that, you could do it with 5 mana, and end of your opponent's turn, you just Awakening of Vitu-Ghazi, one of your tap lands, and yeah. That's the third way of Awakening of Vitu-Ghazi. It becomes legendary, yeah. So what you could do with this is that you can awaken one of your legendary lands, and then with that effect, you can have 2 of the same land. Since they don't have the same name, then you can have 2 of them. Like what if you have a Caracas, for example? Awakening of Vitu-Ghazi that. Therefore, it becomes Vitu-Ghazi. It's not Caracas, it's Vitu-Ghazi. Then you can play another one. And now, whoa, you can bounce 2 legends every turn. And not just that, but you can actually bounce, it can actually bounce itself to save itself. Like, that's a good combo. Dark Depths. I don't know why would you do that, but yeah, Dark Depths still same thing. It's so good. Pendelhaven. Wait, now I have 2 2/3s, which used to be 1/1s. Oh yeah, that's so good. That's actually such a good thing, and not just that, but it protects your land from Vesuvas or Thespian Stage. If you don't know what Vesuva or Thespian Stage does, well, Vesuva is basically a land that says, as it enters battlefield, you may choose a land on the battlefield. If you do, Vesuva enters the battlefield tapped as a copy of the land. since the creature's a 0/0 elemental, since the land is a 0/0 legendary land creature elemental with haste and 9+1/+1 counters, then they can't Vesuva that, because otherwise Vesuva becomes a creature 0/0 elemental called Vitu-Ghazi and dies. Simple as that. I think that's how it works. I'm not sure exactly. And Vespian stage is simply very similar. It taps for colors, or you can pay 2 mana and tap. It becomes a copy of a land and gains the ability to become a copy of a land. Yeah. First spoiler. So, it's time for the next spoiler, which is Explosion Zone. Yeah, it's in Spanish, but I can translate that since I'm Spanish and Argentinian. So yeah, it's a land. Enters battlefield with a charge counter. Yep, instant charge counter. So that's instant proliferation, since it's in the set. Tap for colors. Double X tap, put X charge counters on Explosion Zone. And 3 mana tap, sacrifice, destroy every permanent which isn't a land with CMC equal to an amount of charge counters on Explosion Zone. Yeah, it's very good actually. It's like if Ratchet Bomb returned, but as a land, like Ratchet Bomb, it charges itself, and then you can explode it to destroy everything with the same amount of charge counters as Ratchet Bomb. Whoa, this one is actually harder to grow, but instantly starts with 1, so you can't actually smash 0 with it, unless if you somehow remove the counter. Say for example Thief of Blood, or many different ways. Yeah. Or with your Vespian stage, that Explosion Zone. So therefore it's an Explosion Zone with 0 charge counters. But it's kinda hard to have an Explosion Zone with 0 charge counters. This could actually start growing yeah, it's harder to grow, but it just grows faster, I think. But the explosion cost is 3 mana and tap, not simply tap. Yeah, it's kind of similar to the Ratchet Bomb, but it's a land. And not sure if it's better or worse, though. After that, we got Finale of Promise. It's an X 2 red sorcery. You may cast up to 1 target instant and or up to 1 target sorcery card from your graveyard of CMC X or less without paying their mana cost. The card cast this way will be put into a graveyard this turn. It's island instead. If X is 10 or more, copy each of those spells twice! Not once, twice. You may choose new targets for copies. You know what that means? For if you X 10, then each of those spells, it's 2, 3 of each. Like, so what happens if you just do the, you know how when, you know, there's this, in M19 there's a 10 mana sorcery. If you can somehow Finale of Promise for 10, then you can take that and some very expensive spell as well, and then you just do triple, and then you just smash lots of stuff, lots and lots of spells you can cast with Finale of Promise. Otherwise, it's anyways, it's still good. Great for Commander. Not sure if we'll see play in Standard though. Not sure. I'm nearly 100% sure that. Hello, Satcha. How are you? Did you check out my new logo for Easter? It's kind of cool. Designed it myself. Oh, that's good, yeah. Thanks, actually. Okay, that's Finale of Promise there. After that, we got Silent Submersible. Is that actually better or worse than Smuggler's Copter? I don't know. It's a vehicle, yeah. They're both vehicles. Like, Smuggler's Copter was banned in Standard before rotations. Like Silent Submersible, it's a 2 blue, 2-free vehicle. It deals. So yeah, it's 2 blue rather than 2 generic mana. It's a 2-free, not a 3-free. Smuggler's Copter has flying. Silent Submersible doesn't. Smuggler's Copter, when it deals combat damage to player, you may draw a card. Yeah. And oh, this is actually better. Oh, it is actually better than Smuggler's Copter. So I think, but it's only blue that can play it. It's gonna see play in mono blue tempo, I think. Like, yeah. When it, yeah, it doesn't have flying, but the other one does. When it deals combat damage to player or planes, like Smuggler's Copter, when it deals combat damage to player, you may draw a card. If you do, discard a card. This one, when it deals combat damage to player or planeswalker, so it opens a path to planeswalker. So Silent Submersible is actually still recommended to attack planeswalkers. This draws a card, no discard. Smuggler's Copter is a crew 1, but this is crew 2. Like, Smuggler's Copter, at least what we know, is strictly better than Sky Skiff. But Silent Submersible, yeah, it might actually, it's not really strictly better than Sky Skiff or Smuggler's Copter though. Yeah. It's actually something cool, both. Yeah. After that, we got God Eternal Bontu. Yep, that's right. God Eternal Bontu. So yeah, Bontu, what does, yeah, it's a, yep, looks like they are back. It's not, like, not Hazrat, since Hazrat didn't die. So yeah, looks like Nicol Bolas did actually revive them and then bring them to Ravnica somehow. Like, since Hazrat didn't die, then that's why they actually did Iliar the Race Boar, which I'm not sure if it ever died or they revived it like Nif Mizzet. Like, the Peruts have died somehow, but I'm not sure if Ilar the Race Boar also died, or he was just and revived, or he was still alive though. This is 5 mana, 5/6 zombie god of menace, and when enters battlefield, sacrifice any number of other permanents and draw that many cards. When God Eternal Bontu dies or is put into exile from the battlefield, you may put it into its owner's library, 3rd from top. Yeah, you might, like, after God Eternal Bontu, like, dies or gets exiled, like, you might get it back in 3 turns, though. And you can draw many cards as it enters battlefield, yeah, it is simple but very good, like, instant combo with the Locust God, like Locust God, what it does, like when you draw a card, you create one insect. So sacrifice all those insects, draw that many cards. Oh look, they're back! Untapped now. Yeah, you have to play the free colors, so like what you should do is first attack with them, then just drop Bontu, sacrifice, redraw, bring them back, and there you go. They're untapped, and you're drawing lots of cards. Yeah, it's simple but good, and not just that, but it's actually above average in CMC with power and toughness. Like it's a 5 out of 5 sets. Like that's above average. Like, yeah, Science Submersible, like the vehicles thing is different. Like, but this one is above average. After that, we got God Eternal Keflet. 4 mana 4/5 zombie god. Yeah. Also above average. So it has flying. You may reveal the first card you draw each turn as you draw it. Whenever you reveal an instant or sorcery card, copy that card and cast a copy. That copy costs 2 less to cast. If you've been wondering what happens if you play Nexus of Fate, if your first card is a Nexus of Fate and then you're gonna copy that for 5 mana, then do copies actually go to a graveyard like tokens do? Like, I'm not saying tokens stay in the graveyard. Like, I know tokens, like when they die, they hit the graveyard and they leave. Do copies do the same thing? Like yeah, that it's not a question that I don't know. It's what the answer is that copies don't hit the graveyard, but tokens do, which is kind of weird. So therefore, you're not gonna shuffle your library. Like if you scried something to the top or to the bottom, it's not gonna get shuffled away. Don't worry. That's not gonna happen with Nexus of Fate. If you're playing it with God Eternal Kefnet. Yeah, it's very good. It would see playing that 4-color control deck, not Gates, the other one. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. There we go. That's India has the god effect. Like it's like the gods no longer have indestructible since Amonkhet once died. Not Hazret though, but like since they don't have indestructible, now what they do is that if they would die, in fact something else happens. Like the previous one is Locust God, Scab God, and Scorpion God. When they died, in the end step, it would be put back to the hand. But now it's not strictly worse though. Like when it dies or gets exiled from the battlefield, you may put it into its owner's library, third from the top. Like basically instantly it goes back to the library, and it also gets immune to exile. So, but still, I think in most cases of scenario, the previous god ability was better. But I actually kind of miss indestructible gods somehow. After that, we got Tomik, Distinguished Advocate, 2 mana 2/3. Oh, already above average. Legendary creature, human advisor with flying. Whoa! Instantly beats Concordia Pegasus. Yeah. Lands on the battlefield and land cards in your graveyard. Can't be a target of spells or abilities your opponents control. You'd be thinking, why doesn't it say hexproof? It's not the same thing! Like, your opponents, like for example in Commander, like not all of your opponents are like opponents. Like the opponent, like if it will say hexproof, then it can be targets of the opponent's opponents and stuff like that, and yours can't be the target of your opponents. Well, basically your lands in the battlefield and your lands in the graveyard practically have hexproof, but the other ones, they don't. That's the difference. Like the controller can't even target them. Oh! Sorry, you wanted to V2Gazi your land? Awakening of V2Gazi? No. Tomik does not allow that. Sorry, go away. Awakening of V2Gazi. Yeah, it is kind of good as well. And your opponents can play lands from the graveyard. Whoa! So, wow. That means no more Crucible of Worlds. I'm not sure if there's anyone who plays Crucible of Worlds in Standard, but that's mainly Commander, not really Standard playable. Otherwise, it's just simply a 2-mana, 2/3 flying. Very good. Like, it would see play in the Arcades decks or in the High Alerts deck instead of Concordia Pegasus, like, because this is better without the High Alert. And not just that, but it has the effect as well, just in case if you're playing it against some sort of weird Crucible of Worlds deck in Standard. I don't know. Yeah, if you've been wondering, how is Crucible of Worlds still in Standard? Yes, it is. It is in Standard. Thanks to M19, they brought back Crucible of Worlds and Scapeshift. Not just that, but Scapeshift as well. Omniscience as well. They brought back so many powerful cards. Phylactery Lich. Yeah. After that, we got Sorin! Vengeful Bloodlord. It's a 4-mana 4 loyalty Planeswalker Sorin. As long as it's your turn, creatures and Planeswalkers you control have lifelink. Yeah! That's right. It gives your Planeswalkers lifelink for the first time! You see? For the first time ever, it gives Planeswalkers lifelink. Great synergy with Jaya or other Planeswalkers that deal damage. Like, yeah. Is 4 mana, 4 loyalty. Yeah. It is actually average. Like the Planeswalker average is like its loyalty amount is equal to its mana cost. CMC actually. Yeah. +2 deals 1 damage to player or Planeswalker. Good ping. Like, it's a ping effect. Like, hits Planeswalkers and players as well. And you gain the life back. Very good. And minus X, return to a creature of CMC X from your graveyard to battlefield. That creature is a vampire in addition to its other types. Like, you'll be thinking, does it turn into a zombie or simply remains as it is? Guess what? It turns into a vampire, not a zombie, not leaving what it is. It turns into a vampire for the first time, actually. Doesn't change its color. Like, most of the cards, like, if it will turn into a zombie, it also turns it black. But this is just turns into a vampire. Doesn't gain any colors. Very good, actually. It, like, if you have zero CMC creatures in your graveyard, then this is actually your 0 effect and brings them back. Very good, actually. After that, we got Nif Mizzet Reborn. Yeah. You might be thinking, how did Nif Mizzet die? And I'm thinking, yeah, I was also thinking that, like, I don't know how the Nif Wizard died, but then I just realized that all of the Perunes died, but Nif Wizard got revived. I think that's the case, and Iliarg also got revived. Iliarg, the race boar, and it's the only one of the gods cycle which, rather than being a zombie, it's a boar. Actually, it's a 5 colors. It's yeah, above average. Yeah. Dragon avatar, flying, and when enters battlefield, review the top 10 cards of your library. For each color pair, choose a card that's exactly your colors. From among them, put the chosen cards into hand and the rest onto the bottom of your library in a random order. Wow! So it looks like Nif Wizard took over as Perun of all of the guilds? So you're saying that the only ones revived was Nif Wizard and Iliarg, the race boar. But how does he take over Gruul? That's the thing. If Iliarg the race boar is the Gruul Perun, then how did Nif Wizard take over Gruul? I don't know. It's something I still don't know exactly. Yeah, and it has flying. Of course, all Nif Wizards fly. And that's actually the second mythic Nif Wizard ever printed. And the fourth Nif Wizard ever. Like, this first one was actually Nif Wizard Draco Genius. Like, it was a bad Nif Wizard. Like, not saying that Nif Wizard is evil, it's simply the bad version of the cards. Like, before there was like 3 Nif Wizards. Nif Wizard the Firemind, which is a very powerful one. Nif Wizard Draco Genius, which is a less powerful one. And Nif Wizard Perun, the very powerful one. The absolute powerful one. And now Nif Wizard Reborn. I don't know exactly yet. But I'm not sure if there's going to be 5 color decks of Nif Wizard Reborn. Like, Gates isn't even 5 colors. It's actually 4 colors. Like, and it's not going to see playing Gates because they mainly go with mono-colored cards. They don't go with like multi-colored, double-colored stuff. Like Chamber Sentry doesn't even see play. So this means there's no 5-color decks. So how about Nif Wizard? I don't know. Let's just move on card into Krenko, the Tin Street Kingpin. Yeah. It's a 3 mana 1/2 goblin when he enters battlefield. When he attacks actually. Put +1/+1 counter on it, then create a number of 1/1 red goblins equal to Krenko's power. Not counters. Power. It's very good. Because as soon as it attacks, it already creates 2 goblins, then 3, then 4, then 5, then 6, then 7. Not just that, but there's many damage boosters in standard. Like, we've got Burn Bright, we've got Sure Strike. Yeah. Also, whoa! Looks like, wow. Looks like the stream saying actually reached level 4. I did not know that, but yeah, that's cool. Yeah, it's very good. Like, I'm not sure if it's better than the other Krenko. Yeah, I think the other Krenko is much better. Although this one is cheaper though. Yeah, but I'm not sure what's the other Krenko's power and toughness, but this is 1/2 for 3 mana. And Krenko's like 4 mana, but I don't know what's its power and toughness exactly. So yeah, that was simply Krenko there. After that, we got Single Combat. Single Combat, it's a good board wipe there. Might see playing the Jeskai control, Esper control, yeah. It's a 5 mana sorcery. Each player chooses a creature or planeswalker you control, then sacrifices the rest. Players can't cast creatures or or planeswalker spells until the end of your next turn. Yep. That's right. Like, yeah, it's actually a very good card. Like, it's just like I think Soren stands no chance in that one-on-one fight that Soren has with Nahiri. Like Soren isn't even part of the Gatewatch versus Nicol Bolas fight. Like they're having a fight in parallel themselves. Like, and as you can see from the art, Soren stands absolutely no chance against Nahiri, since Nahiri has an army of swords and Soren just one long sword. But it's not enough to deal with Nahiri's 25 sword army, or more than that actually. If you want to see another art with lots of swords, then check out the card Nahiri's Wrath from Eldritch Moon. Yeah, it's very cool. So many swords in the art. I'm not sure if I should count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, as far as I can see. Sits on Nahiri's side and 1 on Soren. Yeah, it's not just a board wipe, it's also a creature and planeswalker lock. Like, if you're playing the control decks, then you can just keep your Teferi, and your opponent might lose nearly their whole board. They might keep their best creature, or their second best creature. Their best creatures are Rekindling Phoenix or Arclight Phoenix, since they'll get revived though. But not just that, but they'll have to not cast creatures or planeswalkers before it hits your turn. Like, if you want to cast single combat, then as far as the mana you have, then play the creatures first and planeswalkers. No. What I said was wrong. Don't do that, because you're gonna lose them. Just suffer the effect. Well, if you could somehow give all of your stuff flash, then you can throw all your mana, then just cast some creatures and respond with a single combat. Then do the board wipes, then those creatures come in. And if you want to do that, then you'll have to use Leyline of Anticipation and or Vidalcan Orrery. Yeah. Might sound simple, but it's hard to obtain though. After that, we got God Eternal Oketra. It's a 5 mana 3/6. Below average, actually. Yeah, it is actually below average. Since it's a 3/6. If it was a 3/7, then it was going to be average. If it was a 4/6, then it was going to be average. If it was a 5/6, then it was going to be above average. If it was a 3/8, then above average. Yeah. It's a legendary creature. Zombie god. Double strike. Yeah. It's in Spanish, but I can translate it since I'm Spanish and Argentinian. I said that before in the podcast, yeah. And yeah, it was a bit late though, since the previous hotel had very bad Wi-Fi. Now I'm in a hostel with good Wi-Fi. Yeah, whenever you cast a creature spell, create a 4/4 zombie warrior token with vigilance. Yes, that's right. It's a mass zombie creator. Like, very good, and it creates big zombies already. Like, so in this set, there's going to be 2 zombie tokens. The zombie army 0/0 and the 4/4 zombie warrior with vigilance. And it's actually black. If you're thinking, is it going to be white because it has vigilance? Well, you're wrong. No, it isn't white. It's black. Yes, there are black vigilance creatures. There are actually red vigilance creatures, green vigilance creatures. Blue does not have vigilance creatures. And whenever a creature dies or gets exiled from the battlefield, same thing. You can put it to the third from top. Yeah. It's not very good. Like, it's so good. Like I think there might, like, when they were making the gods before, like mainly they were like average or above average power and toughness because they needed some sort of devotion effect so they can become creatures. But these ones and the Hour of Devastation ones didn't need actually they didn't need a devotion effect or something. They were just instantly creatures, which seemed strange, actually. I don't know, but they don't have indestructible though. Yeah, it is actually a very good card. Like, yeah, you can see there. Like, after that, we got Dreadhorde Arcanist. It's a 2-mana 1/3 zombie wizard with trample. Yeah, 1 power trample. That's right. And when it attacks, you may cast target instant or sorcery card of CMC less than or equal to Dreadhorde Arcanist power from your graveyard without paying its CMC. Without paying its mana cost, actually. If that card would be put into your graveyard this turn, exile it instead. It is gonna get you back some spell. Like, it would be good, yeah, with Giant Growth. Like, since it has trample, like it attacks, then flashback Giant Growth, and it's a 4/3, 4/6 actually. But what you want to do is Giant Growth before the combat. If you have it in hand, like Giant Growth, cast it onto Dreadhorde Arcanist, then you can attack, and now you can bring back something 4 or cast something 4 or less. Not single combat though, since it's 5 mana, not 4. Unless you somehow give it a +1/+1 counter, then Giant Growth and then attack, and you can use single combat. But what you could do is actually Giant Growth or Short Strike it, then attacks, then recast Giant Growth or Short Strike. It would be better if you could do Giant Growth and Short Strike and not double Short Strike. Double Giant Growth is fine. Double Short Strike might not be that good because 2 first strike effects do not make a double strike effect. That's the thing. Yeah. But yeah, a 7/3 with first strike and trample is good. A 7/6 with first strike and trample would be much better. A 7/9 with trample but no first strike would be kind of good, but you have to do 2 colors though. But no first strike though, if you do the double Giant Growth effect. But yeah, it's simple as that. It's on average, since it's a 1/3. Yeah. Strat we got Nicol Dragon God. Yeah. It was God Pharaoh, but now it's Dragon God. Actually. So it's a 5 mana, 4 loyalty, Planeswalker bonus. Yeah, it's below average, but it's totally worth it for its 3 effects and the other effects it's gonna have. It has all loyalty abilities of all other Planeswalkers on the battlefield. If you play Pokemon TCG, doesn't that remind you of Mew? Which most of the time has the attacks of our Pokemon? Mew or Mew EX? Doesn't that remind you of that? It does to me, but What about to you, viewers? Yeah, simple. It's +1, you draw a card, each opponent exiles a card from their hand or a permanent they control. Whoa! All opponents? Yeah, that's so good. And you draw back, and you draw a card. Very good, actually. It's a +1 effect. -3, destroy target creature or planeswalker. -8, each opponent who doesn't control legendary creature or planeswalker loses the game. So basically, -3 is a hero's downfall. +1 is a special effect. And -8 is in Wolf Spark. You don't lose to this effect. Like it's hard to lose to a -8 effect, since in standard we've now gonna get Wolf the Spark, and we had Dominaria before. In commander it's nearly impossible because everyone has a legendary creature as a commander, unless if they're using the partner commanders or commander planeswalker as their commander. Or the partner planeswalkers as well actually are commanders though. The only planeswalkers that can be a commander, which isn't in a commander set though. And I think that's why Rowan and Will did not, like, Rowan and Will are the ones that with partner and can be commander. I think Rowan and Will did not appear in Wolf and Spark due to the partner effect. I think the Wizards did not want to bring back partner with the others. Like, it was gonna be only on 2 cards though. Well, so far our affinity for artifacts is only on 1 card in this set, which is kind of weird, but I'm not gonna spoil it yet though. It isn't a podcast, but it wasn't before. Yeah. Don't look it up just yet. It's gonna come. And not just that. But yeah. Like I'm not sure, like, there's so many planeswalkers in this set, and none of them can be a commander, though. Because, I don't know why. Like, why not make a good commander for the commander community? The commander communities out there. Like, I think the players wanted Rowan and Will in the new set. I'm not sure, but yeah, if Rowan and Will was gonna be in the set, then they're gonna be more partner and commanders. Actually, I'm not sure. But after that, we got Tezzeret, Master of the Bridge. That's the card that so far has been spoiled. The only card with affinity for artifacts spoiled. He doesn't have affinity for artifacts. He gives the affinity for artifacts. It's a 6 mana 5 loyalty legendary planeswalker Tezzeret. Yeah, it's a mythic because it's a buy a box promo. And it's better than Haunt of Hightower. Definitely. Is it better than Nexus of Fate? Yeah. If it's better than Haunt of Hightower, then it's better than Nexus of Fate. Yeah. Impervious Graveworm, definitely better than that. Definitely better than Firesong and Sunspeaker. Yeah. But, yeah. +2, there's Ed's damage to each opponent, where Ed's is the number of artifacts you control, you gain Ed's life. That has a synergy. It's below average in, like, the loyalty and mana cost, but it's still worth it for its effects. Yeah, it does have some sort of synergy with Sorin. Yeah. Because you're gonna gain life from Tezzeret's +2. And yeah. And if you use it with Sorin, then actually you're gonna gain extra life. More if it's a multiplayer match, which is, like, basically Commander. Brawl isn't a thing anymore. But yeah, like, in Brawl, you can have a Planeswalker as your brawler or something like that. Many people call it Commander, but it's not Commander, it's actually a brawler. -3, return to an artifact from your graveyard to your hand. And -8, exile the top 10 cards of your library, draw all artifact card from among them onto the battlefield. It would be good in Sidri or the Breya decks out there. Yeah, it is very good actually for Biobots per. After that, we got Karn's Bastion. It's a land that taps for colors and 4 mana tap to proliferate. Yeah, it's a proliferation land. And once Water Spark gets released, then it will be 1 year since the first Biobots only cards got released. Or pre-released actually. Yeah. Karn can't protect anyone there, but those he can, he will. That's actually simply Karn's Bastion's flavor text, but in third person. Because yeah, Karn says it, but yeah. So how about if I say it in third person, since I'm not Karn? Yeah. It's very good. After that we got Chandra, Fire Artisan. It's a 4 mana, 4 loyalty, legendary planeswalker Chandra. You can. It doesn't really have synergy with Sorin because it's mainly gonna lose loyalty counters on an opponent's turn because they're gonna attack Chandra. Hold on a second, wait. They're not gonna attack Chandra because of that effect. Yeah, that's right. Whenever one or more loyalty counters are removed from Chandra, Fire Artisan, she deals that much damage to her opponent or planeswalker. Yeah. +1. Exile the top card of your library. You may play it this turn. -7. Exile the top 7 cards of your library. You may play them this turn. Yeah. It's simply exiling cards from the top. Yeah, it's actually on average, that card. So it is actually very good. It could see play in the mono red burn standard deck because before rotations the other Chandra was played. You know, the one from Kaladesh? And that Chandra was played in the mono red. But then since that rotated out, that was not standard playable anymore. But now it might actually be back. After that, we got Liliana, Dreadhorde General. Yeah. It's a 6 mana, 6 loyalty legendary planeswalker, Liliana. That's on average, yeah. Because, yeah, it's a 6 mana for 6 loyalty. Whenever a creature you control dies, draw a card. Wow. Good with the Locust God. That means immortal insects. That's right. +1, create a 2/2 zombie. -4, each player sacrifices 2 creatures. It's not really that good for a -4 effect. -9, each player chooses a permanent they control of each permanent type and sacrifices the rest. So it's basically a Cataclysm, but also for lands. The -9, and it doesn't affect you either. So yeah, that's Liliana, Dreadhorde General. Very good. After that, we got Jace, Wielder of Mysteries. It's a 4 mana, 4 loyalty legendary planeswalker, Jace. You draw a card while your library has no cards in it. You win the game instead. Yep, that's right. It's the new Laboratory Maniac as a planeswalker. Well, it's Jace. Jace though, yeah, who has this effect. +1, Surgical Extraction. Surgical Extraction on a stick is good. Not just that, but -8, you can draw 7 cards, and if your library has no cards in it, you win the game. Wow. Why didn't they make Jace a mythic planeswalker? If it's very cool. Like Jace is my favorite member of the Gatewatch. Yeah. Like, out of all members of the Gatewatch, they made Liliana and Gideon mythic. Well, Gideon, I think it's gonna be mythic, but I'm not sure because the Gideon that has been spoiled, it doesn't say the new set symbol. It says the mythic edition, and not the set sim. Not the mythic edition cards hasn't been spoiled yet, but Gideon is gonna be mythic edition because the only spoiler of that is mythic edition, not actual set. But yeah, like Liliana is a mythic planeswalker, but not Jace, not Nisa. Well, if they're gonna make a signature spellbook this year, then it's most probably going to be Liliana spellbook, because last year it was Jace's spellbook. It's actually a very good card. Anyways, and the final spoiler for today is Gideon Blackblade. Yeah, Gideon Blackblade. It's a 3-mana 4 loyalty legendary planeswalker, Gideon. And as long as it's your turn, Gideon Blackblade is a 4/4 human soldier with indestructible but still a planeswalker. Prevent all damage that will be dealt to Gideon Blackblade during your turn. +1, up to 1 other target creature you control gains your choice of Vigilance, Lifelink, or Indestructible on turn of turn. -6, it's out or non-land permanent. That's actually a good card, though. Like, yeah. It's actually a very good card. Like, yeah. But then, that's the final card for the podcast. So, yeah. Type in the stream chat, live chat, top chat, in the comments, which of these cards did you like the most? And yeah. Are you happy for the release of War of the Spark? Are you gonna do them all? Yeah, comment that down below as well. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Like, subscribe, share with your friends, yeah. And also, the Magic Fest Yokohama is in 2 days. And I'm gonna be there, so yeah, it's gonna be very cool. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Like, subscribe, share with your friends, follow, and stay tuned to my next video, streams, and podcasts. And the podcasts will be live every Tuesday. This one was Wednesday, though, because the Tuesday I couldn't do it because it was failing. I did try, though, but yeah, every Tuesday. So stay tuned to them and watch my other videos too. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and